Masechet Batra Daf Kuf Samach He Amud Aleph, a few lines from the top. Rashbag in Mishnah said that everything goes according to the Minhag Kol Minhag Midina in regarding to the documents. If you wrote a bound documents and an open one, or vice versa. And the problem with that we mentioned in Mishnah is the following: "But Tanakama let Minhag Midina." So that means only he holds you go according to Minhag, but the Tanakama holds you don't go according to Minhag. Of course, everybody goes according to Minhag. So where it says they explain it differently. No, rather. Amar Rav Asher, Be'atra din higi pashut, in a place where it's normal to write open documents. B'amar le'avili pashut, and the guy says, write an open document. V'azav ale mikushar, and he made a bound one instead. Everybody agrees that no, it doesn't work. He's makpid. And higi mikushar, the minhag is to write a tied one. V'amar le'avili mikushar, and he said, make me an open one. V'azav le'pashut, he made an open one instead. Kapeda, obviously you went against the instructions, doesn't work. Keep ligi, where's the machloket? Be'atra din higi pashut umkushar. Minhag is to write either one. V'amar le'avili pashut, write the open, simple one. He told the guy. V'azal avad le'mikushar, but the guy went the more complicated route, made the more expensive one. More savar kapeda, the Tanakh holds no. You didn't listen to my instructions, therefore it doesn't work. Well, more savar, according to Rashbag, mare makom hulo, he's just telling him a way to do it, but you could do either way. Like I wasn't makpid, I wasn't insisting on a certain way. I was offering you a way, but if you did the other way, it still works. Amar Vaya Rashbag, Rashbi Shimon, Reish Belazar, closer to the who, Mare Makom Lo, we all hold of this concept of Mare Makom Hulo, which is showing a possible way, which means a shaliach or person you're hiring, if you tell them the option, they did a different option. Is that mean will that work or not? So we know Rashbag had the Begamil had Amram. We know Rashbag holds like that because the our Mishnah just now. Rabbi Shimon the Tanakh. Rabbi Shimon Masechet Kiddushin says. Rabbi Shimon Omer Im Hita'ah Shevach. If a man marries a woman, he says, "I'm giving you a silver coin," and she ends up finding out that it's gold. So he mistakenly led her. He misled her. It's but for the better. Then how does it work? Because he wasn't necessarily saying only with silver. He was saying at least silver. Rabbi Lazar at the time, Rabbi Lazar was the following case: the guy tells a shliach, "Go get my get in a certain city. Go get it in New York." And the guy instead went to Jersey and accepted to get there. Pasul, the gets pasul. This is good. More so, the technical hold doesn't work because she wanted that get in only in New Jersey. She doesn't want people to New York know about it. Well, more so, according to Rabbi Lazar, she was just giving him an option, but doesn't care where it happens. Okay. Mishnah then said, "Pashut shekatuv bo eid echad." There's one witness. Now the Gemara says, "Bishlam kushakatuv bo shnei adim pasul usrich." We mentioned in the Mishnah that you need to teach us that if there's two witnesses on a tied document, it's pasul. That makes sense to tell me because it's because you might think, well, since then generally two witnesses are good enough, maybe it should work by a bound document as well. Kamashlam, therefore the Mishnah teaches you that it's pasul. However, ela pashut shekatuv bo eid echad peshita. But why did the Mishnah teach you that if it's an open document, one aid is pasul? Of course it's pasul. Everything's pasul with one aid. No, bigger chidush. Because why? Even if one witness wrote it in the document and one witness testified verbally, it's still pasul. And Mimar however, says that no, one witness writing, one witness is testifying verbally is good. What do you hold of Rabbi is reasoning? Halacha that is pasul. Now the problem is, if he doesn't hold like him, what does he do our Mishnah? That seemingly doesn't have a chidush. Like Hashem Matzin, what's the purpose of the Mishnah teaching you that one is pasul if it wasn't the chidush of Abaye? Mishnah teaches as follows: a tied document with two witnesses is equal to an open document with one. Just like a document with one is pasul, midoraita, so a tied document with two witnesses is also pasul. And I can prove it to you. They asked the question to Rabbi Yirmiyah. Rabbi Yirmiyah was sent out of the Bet Midrash. He wasn't allowed back in because he asked questions that seemingly were foolish. Right? The kid in the class who asked the dumb question and the rabbi chucks him out. So he was sent out. So, but they still wanted his opinion on things. So they would send him questions. They sent him the following question: a one witness verbal and one witness writing in the document. Mashi is tarfu. Can they combine to certify a document? Not a question according to Korha, because even two witnesses writing or two witnesses testifying verbally can't combine. So definitely one plus one can't. And where is the question applicable? Aliva did a Korha according to him. Shnaim bechtav u'shnaim al peh hu mitzrafim. Maybe he holds that if you have two plus two, it can be combined. Aber eda had bechtav eda had al peh lo mitzrafim. Maybe he says that one witness writing and one witness is orally is not going to be good. For I said, maybe he doesn't make a difference. It'll be kasher. Shalachu, he answered, and Rabbi answered, Ani any kedai shlachtem li. I'm not worthy to answer you this question. Elakach da talmidchem noteh. But the following is how your talmidim lean. Shestarfu that it does work. Amar leheb Rashi told Rabbi Mimar. I don't know hachim matitim la. That's your way. Have you heard that story? I heard the following. The Shalchul le Chadren the Rabbi asked the following question: Shnaim sheidu, two witnesses testified. Echad bedin zeh, echad bedin zeh, one court, one in the other court. Mahu sheyavu bedin esel bedin. Can one bedin go to the other bedin, b'starfu, and combine the testimony? According to the first opinion of Rabbi and Tanakama doesn't work. Because even if they have two witnesses in the same betin testifying separately, you can't combine. So definitely not two different betins. Where is the question? Who says that two witnesses can combine? Maybe it only worked in a single court. Maybe not two different courts. Maybe there's no difference. And he answered him, I can't answer this question. She said, but your students hold that it's mutar. He has a different version. The question was as follows. Two witnesses testified in one court. And then they testified in a different court. And then the judges of the betin, some of them left. So now what do we want to do? Can the judges of the court leave their respective courts and combine to release a judgment on this case? A ruling. I'll leave it to the question every time because he says if we can combine edim, then they buy for sure judges. Where's the question? I'll leave it to the Tanakh who holds that witnesses that cannot be combined. Edim whom maybe you can't combine testimony. Maybe you can combine judges. Maybe you wouldn't allow it. He answered the same answer that I'm not worthy to answer it, but your students say it's with mutar. Ravina says different version. Three judges sat down to certify a document. One of them died before certifying it. The judges have to, the one who are still alive, have to write in the document. We used to be three, now one's not here anymore. Maybe they don't have to write that. But the students taught me they have to write it that there's one missing. Once they heard this beautiful one of these versions of Rabbi Mia's halacha, they decided that he lowered himself and he's able to return. Back into Midrash. If the document wrote that Reuben borrowed from Shimon 100 zuz, and then it writes also that that's equal to 20 silaim, which isn't accurate. 20 slaim is 80 zuz. And lo ela esrin, they only gets the 80 zuz, the 20 slaim, because it's a lower number. Zuzin me'ave inim tlataslein. So the guy wrote 100 zuz, which is 30 slaim, which is incorrect, because technically it's 120 slaim. And lo ela manah, he only gets the 100. You go by the lower number. Kesef zuzin de inun nimhak. And bahot mishtain. Kesef slaim de inun benimhak. And bahot mishtain. Dalkonot de inun benimhak. And bahot mishtain. These three cases, he wrote silver zuzim, or he wrote silver silaim, or he wrote darkonot. These are a type of currency, but the number afterward was erased. So since the number after is erased, but there was a plural word, it's a rabot word, therefore you have to get at least two. So it's 2 coins minimum. Let's say the top portion of the document, the number was 100 zuz, and in the bottom part of the document, it says 200 zuz. It was written on, or the opposite. On top it was 200, the bottom was 100. Everything goes by the lower portion. If that's the case, why need the upper part at all if you're not going to go by it? Because if one letter is missing from the bottom, by the summary, you can learn from the top. So it's like a reference page, but you don't go by it by itself. So if the bottom one has a number, you go by that number if it's different than the top one.